Hello and welcome. This is Akanksha and you're watching HW News English. Prakriti Lamsal. You might have already come across this name on social media. If not, then Prakriti Lamsal was a 20-year-old Nepali student studying at Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology in Bhubaneswar. However, Prakriti was found dead in her hostel room on February 16. It is alleged that Prakriti took her own life after being constantly harassed by a 21-year-old fellow student, Advik Srivastav. Advik was arrested on Monday by the Bhubaneswar police. The first information report in the case alleges that Advik was blackmailing the girl. Srivastav had been booked under Section 108 of the newly implemented Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita for abetment of suicide. According to the FIR, Prakriti had reported Srivastava's behavior to the university's International Relations Office. The police have now seized Lamsal's mobile phone and laptop for forensic examination. Additionally, an audio clip purportedly featuring a conversation between the two, that is Advik and Prakriti, went viral. In the audio, a male voice was allegedly heard abusing and harassing the female. Bhubaneswar Cuttack Police Commissioner Suresh Dev Datta Singh said, "We received information about the incident of suicide by a female student of third-year computer science at KIIT University. On this information, a case was registered. There was an allegation that this girl, who belonged to Nepal, was harassed by a student of KIIT University in her third year of mechanical engineering. We investigated the matter and we got prima facie evidence that there was some sort of harassment. The boy has been now forwarded to judicial custody." However, the alleged incident has taken a diplomatic turn between India and Nepal. The accident triggered widespread protest by over 500 Nepali students on the campus. Meanwhile, the university's handling of the harassment complaints is also being scrutinized on social media. The protesting Nepali students claim that Prakriti had also sought help from the institute's International Students Office over the harassment she allegedly faced. However, the authorities allegedly failed to take strong action despite making multiple complaints. The videos on social media showed clashes between the students and the university's security guards. As the protest escalated, the university authorities attempted to forcibly evict the protesting students. This came as the students staged a major protest, blocking the routes leading to the university. The Kalinga Institute then announced that the campus will remain closed for the Nepali students. The university authorities instructed the protesting students to vacate the institution immediately. Later, the 500 Nepali students were instructed to board on buses and were dropped at several railway stations for them to return to their home. NDTV cited a notice by the institute saying the university's closed sign die for all the international students from Nepal. They are hereby directed to vacate the university campus immediately today on 17 February 2025. According to the reports, many students, including women, were left stranded at the railway stations and several were unable to get train tickets to return to home. The students reported that they were forced into buses and dropped off at Cuttack railway station, 30 km away, without proper arrangements. Reports also surfaced alleging that some university authorities made racially insensitive remarks about the protest. One official allegedly compared the KIIT spending on students to Nepal national budget, a remark that was repeatedly caught on video. A student speaking to the news agency ANI said, "The staff members came and asked us to vacate. They even hit those who were not packing the bags quickly." However, the situation has since prompted intervention from the Nepalese government and the responses from Indian authorities, leading to a diplomatic row. Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli reacted to the eviction of Nepali students. He said that the Nepali embassy in New Delhi had sent 2 officers to counsel the Nepali students affected in Odisha. The government is working in contact with diplomatic manner on this issue. PM Oli further confirmed that arrangements have been also made to provide the Nepali students with option to either stay in their hostel rooms or return home depending on their preference. Meanwhile, the Nepali embassy in New Delhi said that it had contacted the university and other authorities regarding the situation. The statement read, "The embassy has been in continuous contact with the Nepali students, the central government of India, the Chief Minister Office of Odisha and other relevant Indian authorities to ensure necessary cooperation and coordination regarding the eviction. However, the diplomatic backlash and the social media uproar prompted the university to withdraw its decision to ask the Nepali students to vacate the campus. On Monday, the university issued a public appeal that read, "An appeal is made to all our Nepali students who have planned or plan to leave the campus to return and resume the classes." In a statement on Tuesday, the institute said, KIIT authorities and the entire staff deeply regret the incident that occurred on February 16. 2 security staff were terminated immediately. 2 senior hostel officials and 1 senior administrative officer of the International Relations Office were suspended. The incident has also caused a political uproar in Odisha Assembly. The issue was raised by BJD member PK Dev during the 0 hour. He said the girl's suicide and subsequent development brought shame to the state. He alleged that the incident was an outcome of worsening law and order situation in the state under the BJP rule. BJP MLA Babu Singh also reacted to the incident, demanding the arrest of Achyuta Samanta, the founder of the university. He said, "What has happened in KIIT is a shame for Odisha. Therefore, Samanta should be arrested." The Congress MLAs also threatened that they would stage a dharna in the assembly if the chief minister did not order a judicial inquiry into the incident. Lastly, let's end with a question. When a student is paying such a high fees ranging from 9.9 lakh to 16 lakh rupees just for a BTech program alone, excluding the hostel charges and the living expenses, doesn't it become the responsibility of the institution to ensure not just academic excellence, but also the safety, security, and the well-being of its students? The KIIT institution demands high financial commitment from its students. Then it must be held accountable for not providing a safe and secure environment, a responsive grievance system, and also counselors handling complaints of harassment or misconduct in the university. However, the alleged incident that has occurred recently highlights a serious lapse in the institutional responsibility, raising questions about the university's conduct in safeguarding its students. The universities cannot merely be centers of education. They must uphold the ethical standards, foster inclusivity, and prioritize student welfare and well-being. Well, that's all for this news report. Till then, keep watching HW News English and also download our app HW News Shorts for the latest news and updates.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.